Hey guys, Rail the Appreciator here. Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be doing a song reaction to P.O.V by the Clipse, being Pusha T and Malice, as well as produced by Pharrell Williams and featuring Tyler the Creator as well. I'm so excited to listen to this track, react to it, just give you my thoughts and go through the lyrics. Let's get into it. So let's just look at a quick synopsis of the song. So in P.O.V, the third track from Clipse's 2025 album, Let God Sort Him Out, the duo enlists Tyler the Creator in an ominous warning to all the clout chasers in hip-hop. And if you didn't know already, Tyler the Creator is a massive fan of Clipse and a massive fan of Pharrell Williams. His music is like heavily influenced and inspired by them. And Pusha T even said like Tyler the Creator is Clipse's biggest fan. Like he's solely the biggest Clipster ever. And Tyler's verse features a sneak diss that people speculate may be aimed at Playboi Carti, who reportedly sent a cease and desist to Tyler for his feature on the test pressing edition of Tyler's song Thought I Was Dead from his Chromacopia album. Alright, let's start with Pusha T on the chorus with POV kilos in my Maybach. Take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My Connect has ponytails tied back. So here Pusha is giving his listeners his point of view in the way that he distributes his dope. So first, he likely transports the kilograms of coke in duffel bags or suitcases in the trunk of his Maybach that he later passes off to his potentially ponytailed female associate to deliver in southern locations such as Miami, Florida. She boards an Amtrak train with little or no security screening compared to that of an airport, which she uses to return back presumably with cash after completing the drug deal. That is just so crazy to have so much imagery and meaning and description in 3 lines. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. So Tyvek is a house wrap used to protect the building material for walls underneath siding. This line on the surface refers to a $6 million home Pusha T had built recently, just in references, but also in the bar he talks about hiding drugs or money in the ceiling beneath the attic. This connects to the Tyvek line with hit sounding like hid, as a malapropism neorhyme or homonym, saying he's hid drugs or money in the walls, a technique also directly mentioned in the hook of All Things Considered, where he says stuff the walls for the future. So I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. I just hid 6 mil behind Tyvek. Or like 6 mil like $1 million, or 6 mil like 6 millimeters. They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. So content creator, if you didn't know, which I am already, an influencer, someone like a reactor or a podcaster who just uses other people's art and don't add anything interesting, like their like point of view or making something transformative to it. But Clipse makes art, and content creators feast off it. So since they can't make something of their own, other rappers don't rap their experiences. But Pusha T is real, and they copy him for that exact reason. Run these jewels, there's rules I don't buy back. Run these jewels, the hip hop group with Killer Mike, and then I don't buy back. Some rappers and celebrities, when robbed of an important chain, will attempt to buy it back. But Pusha is saying that he won't do that. Implication, we can only speculate at what he will do. Instead, to resolve the situation to his satisfaction, it's likely that he doesn't negotiate with these kind of people, which is supposed to be the rule. You're not supposed to circle back and make a transaction for your own chain with the person who just took it from you. Like, you shouldn't be buying something that was stolen from you. That just doesn't make any sense. And then closing out the chorus with, I've topped all these lists, where's my prize at? So yeah, where is Pusha's Grammys, awards, respect, recognition? Like, he's the best of the best when it comes to rapping. He's just so technically skilled. Like, he needs his respect. Like, where are his awards? Where's his recognition? Like, he's asking for it. And Pusha starting off his first verse with, all I see is 60-day stars and 20-year thousandaires. I just love that line so much. So, he's reflecting on the current state of hip-hop. With 60-day stars refers to the many one-hit wonders of hip-hop in the past few years who have all fallen from relevance as fast as they became popular. And the 20-year thousandaires is such a cool phrase. I love it. It's very, very funny. They're referring to rappers who have been in hip-hop for decades, but rarely have any money to show for it. So just like the 60-day stars, they too have fallen from relevance. And then following that first line with, not enough shopping, whole lot of browsinaires. They just created a whole new word for browsing, window shopping. Push is broke shaming. This is reverse poverty rap, as he's recession indicating his peers. Maybe even a little bit classist. They are browsing, looking around, window shopping, and that's it. They are not buying anything. This is so amazing. I just love this line so much. My reinvention. I know you're thinking, how's it fair? So Pusha T just completely reinvented himself. Now he's back and rapping with his brother, back in the Clipse it once again. You stream kings, but you never fit a crowd in there. So flavor of the week, modern rappers with inflated streaming numbers and viral hits might not be able to draw crowds on tour the way they established artists like the Clipse can. They might have inflated numbers on streaming through bots, but when it comes to selling out a tour, you see that they really can't sell out like arenas or stadiums, and then the whole tour gets scrapped and cancelled, or they just make the tickets really cheap. It's very common nowadays, especially in hip-hop. Supreme Team parallels when the powder clears. So Pusha likens himself to the organization notorious drug kingpin Kenneth Supreme McGriff and his Supreme Team crew. The Supreme Team operated out of Queens, New York, and made millions of dollars selling powder and crack cocaine during the heyday of the 1980s. And Supreme is also connected with the record label Murder Inc. Records and was alleged to have helped to fund the label through laundering drug money, later leading to federal raids of the label's offices. The Murder Inc. label heads, Irv Gotti and Chris Gotti, were later acquitted of money laundering, but Supreme was later arrested on unrelated drug trafficking and money laundering charges, leading to a life sentence. 2007. Such a crazy line. Supreme Team parallels when the powder clears. I seen things that I'm still not even proud to share. So there's a misconception about telling the scariest things you've seen in order to presume the hell that you've been through. But this is not the case. While some people show off the malice nature of their experiences, Pusha T prefers to be low key. So I seen things that I'm still not even proud to share. He's just not proud to mention maybe things in the industry or the street or whatever it may be. Very cool line. Zeus Network dudes, you hear me loud and clear. Get these 5500 hosting dudes out of here. So Zeus Network is a streaming platform known for low budget, drama heavy, and often messy reality TV, typically targeting a young black audience. It's frequently associated with sensationalism, influencer culture, and viral moments rather than any substance or prestige. The Pusha used this as a pejorative, implying that people are loud, messy, attention-seeking, and not serious. Possibly rappers or internet personalities who act more like reality TV stars than artists. 5500 hosting refers to low tier club appearances where influencers or lower status rappers are paid relatively small fees just to show up. Maybe perform, but most likely just host, appear, take pictures, and pop bottles. For a veteran like Pusha T, this is disrespectfully low, signaling you're not even in his league. So basically, Pusha is positioning himself above internet celebs, reality stars, and low-fee hustlers, reinforcing his image as a high-status, no-nonsense rap purist, someone who's about his legacy, real deals, and top-tier moves. This is just black excellence at its finest. Sand color Rolls Royce, we like Saudis here. Very simple. Sand color Rolls Royce, like the color of sand. The deserts in Saudi Arabia, billionaires in Saudi Arabia, just rich. The only Audi here is driven by my Al pair. So Audi's not a cheap car, but driven by his Al pair. So Pusha only pushes exotic and expensive cars like the aforementioned Rolls Royce. But if someone sees any German Audi around his house, it is driven by his au pair, which is a typically live-in nanny or housekeeper from another country. Brand new Audi cars can range in price from $38,000 and can cost over $100,000. Very cool line. The only Audi here is driven by my au pair. I love it. Ghostface with the wrist, Bird Falconer. So playing off the rapper Ghostface Killer from Wu-Tang Clan. So his infamous gold bracelet symbolizing a bird perched on his arm. Pusha labels himself as a falconer, someone who uses birds to hunt living prey. In this case, bird would be, a kilo of cocaine used to hook dope fiends. Such a very creative and cool line. I love it so much. Willie Falcon, trunk full of talcum here. So Augusto Guillermo Willie Falcon is a former drug kingpin who, along his partner Sal, operated one of the most significant cocaine trafficking organizations in South Florida. Known in history, the two became known as the Cocaine Cowboys in Miami in the 1980s and 90s. Falcon and Pusha likely engaged in drug trafficking that involved trunks full of powder, cocaine being referred to as talcum powder, so like baby powder. Malcolm was indicted on drug charges in 1991, but was acquitted in 1995 before pleading guilty to the money laundering charges in 2003 and spending over 14 years of prison and being released in 2017 and deported to the Dominican Republic. It's like Pusha T doing like research on drug kingpins and cocaine kingpins. This is incredible. Shotgun with your ex feel like Malcolm's here. So Pusha displays some wordplay as he rides with his shotgun in the passenger seat, but also in the passenger seat with someone's ex-girlfriend or ex-wife as she drives a car with cocaine in the trunk. But she could also be riding in the shotgun, in her case, an attempted jack move. They could also be shotgun weed where one of them inhales and blows the smoke out in the other person's mouth. That's crazy. I'm mentioning X in Malcolm plays on the name of the civil rights leader Malcolm X, pretty obvious. It was an iconic photo where he's holding a rifle while peering out a window in 1964. The photo was first published in a magazine September the year to show how Malcolm's life was at risk due to conflict with the Nation of Islam following his departure from the group. He was later assassinated by a shotgun blast on February 1965. And this also reminded me of like a J. Cole lyric off that JID song called Off D's, where J. Cole's like, Malcolm X with the rifle climbed the steps up the Eiffel. But yeah, when I heard this line, shotgun with the X feel like Malcolm's knee, that is just so hard, such a dope line. But yeah, it made me think of that J. Cole line. Then to hit through text, ain't no shouting here, bypass MIA, too much crowd in there. So a hit, contracted killing, but despite the previous Malcolm line, Pusha isn't getting near the scene of the crime and instead telling someone else to do it through his phone. In fact, he doesn't even have a desire to see the aftermath since there's too many people in there. MIA obviously stands for missing in action and refers to the dead body, but it can also be shorthand for Miami, which is constantly busy with tourists, especially during the summer. Pusha is more about spending time with his friends and associates in the Virginia countryside. Crazy. And ending his verse with the last line, I spent summers with Connects, love that mountain air, so it could be a double entendre, as Connects in the mountains ref to the purest snow and a lot of quantity, but also when Pusha says, he spent summer with Connects, it could also be, selling a lot of snow through the year and it's time to celebrate and check out the new merchandise. Such an incredible verse on a very dope track. And then it goes back through the chorus again, and then we get to the second verse with Tyler the Creator. Yeah, in a Clipse interview recently, Pusha T called Tyler the biggest Clipse fan in the world, what he called the #1 Clipster, with Malice agreeing. He said that Tyler knows everything about Clipse's music, from the lyrics to production, and even remembers specific moments in time when their albums came out. To Pusha, Tyler is just not a fan, he's someone who deeply understands the group's history and style. Pusha also revealed that Tyler recently sent him a batch of beats, and he's already started working on several of them. But instead of going for something experimental, Pusha told Tyler he wants to keep it gritty and raw, just pure hip-hop. Just like the early Clipse sound, this shows how much Pusha respects Tyler, not only as a fan, but as a producer who can help bring the classic energy back in a new way. I'm so excited to talk about this verse. Yeah, okay. Call me Mr. Brella, how I weather the storm. Umbrella, weather, storm, rain, but also Tyler has a song called After the Storm with Kali Uchis. F40, 3 milli, I peel off like an orange. So the Ferrari F40, only 1,300 made. The value of these cars can reach $4 million, but Tyler suggests that he has one or is riding in one, and the rubber off the tires is peeling to like the skin of an orange. The car's revved up quickly to accelerate from 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds. I got deaf and blind bees trying to see what it do. That's such a funny line. So, trying to see, as in trying to see something with their eyes, but it's an oxymoron because they can't see. This lyric is saying that Tyler is so unpredictable that even not sight or sound can tell what Tyler is going to do next. Little featured dude threatened to sue me. So, as I said before, could be Playboy Cardi from the Chromacopia, his feature on the vinyl. An old friend, but Tyler tweeted, an old friend I've made music with threatened to sue me over a feature they gave me, in brackets, so you all don't run with the narrative. So he tweeted this as soon as the Clipse album was released. Very interesting that Tyler's like dissing someone. I've never seen anything like it before from Tyler. Tell your lawyer to set the fee. So on I Hope You Find Your Way Home, Tyler mentions settling in court with somebody for $1 million and how it ultimately wouldn't affect him in the lines, be sued for $1 million, trying to work me, settled at $1 million because that $1 million couldn't hurt me. La Ferrari doors open up like it's therapy. So on Chains and Whips, Kendrick says a therapy taught him how to open up, and it also showed that he doesn't give an F. But also, La Ferrari doors, they open up like it's therapy. And Tyler also said he really loves the Mr. Morale album, and his Chromacopia album was inspired from Mr. Morale. That number ain't bread to me. That million is crumbs. So the million that Tyler spent on his F40 are so insignificant that he doesn't consider it to be real money. In other words, it's not a piece of bread, it's only crumbs. That is so crazy. I love this flex rap. You dudes is bums, I'm not a tough guy. So, you know, that interpolates 2 bars from his 2020 freestyle, That Guy, a line from the intro, I'm paranoid, cause dudes are really weird and really bums, as well as the bridge, I'm not a tough guy, dude, get it off your chest. That's the freestyle where he raps over Hey Now by Kendrick. I'm a flower boy, them bees get you stung. Oh, nah, yeah, they will buzz for me. So obviously he's referencing his 5th studio album, Flower Boy, that has, you know, the bees on the cover. You tricky dudes puzzle me. I could never buy a bee a Birkin cause she effing me. So Tyler appears to denounce it ain't trickin' if you got it culture, where the puzzling, tricky individuals will buy expensive gifts such as an Hermes Birkin bag worth several thousands of dollars just for a female companion because they are sleeping together. All the trick hopes the bag will make the girl sleep with him. Tyler believes him being present is the gift that keeps on giving. That is just such a funny line. I got homes I ain't sleep in, the option. So this just Tyler just has multiple homes worth millions of dollars that he doesn't sleep in, maybe in multiple cities, different countries. My dude push keep pushing. My dude push keep dirty white moving like mosh pits. That's a crazy line. I absolutely love it. So Tyler refers to Pusha's illegal cocaine trafficking as dirty white moving, and also compares it to a mosh pit at a concert, which can be, you know, a dirty, muddy outdoor environment primarily inhabited by white people. Thus, another instance of dirty white moving. But also, when, you know, the Clipse were first like really popular, a lot of their fans were just like white teenagers, and the Clipse have said this themselves as well. They watching, I'm like, why white bees the way I pop stuff. So like, yeah, a lot of pop music nowadays, the most popular artists are white, and they're watching the release of the Clipse's new album and also having Tyler on it. I need God to play the lead in my biopic. So Tyler is emphasizing the fact that his career has had so much drama and controversy all throughout, only God can contain it in such a movie. The curse of zeros, when you become the devil, or the tap dancing, yeah. Tyler could be commenting on the binary nature of fame, either losing yourself while chasing success, or black artists compromising themselves for white approval. The devil option could also mean becoming a pariah, i.e., if you alienate the white mainstream instead of tap dancing for them, you could be smeared or like painted as the devil. The devil is notable for its juxtaposition to the mention of God in the previous bar. I came to terms that I'ma probably outgrow my heroes. Come get with me. So, you know, this might be a stretch, but Tyler could maybe be talking about Kanye West, who has thrown shots at Tyler in tirades made by him earlier this year. But yeah, I think Tyler, you know, is definitely doing a lot of great things in music, a lot of great things in fashion, and it's really sad to see how Kanye West has just gone so far downhill. And yeah, Tyler's just, you know, acknowledging that, you know, he's coming to terms that he'll probably outgrow his heroes, but I don't think he'll outgrow the Clipse. More so Kanye West. That makes sense. And as that Tyler verse closes out, we go back through the chorus again, but then Pharrell chooses to completely change the beat for the 3rd verse being Malice. I guess you just can't use the same beat for 3 verses, you kind of switch it up. And Malice starts off with, if they had to weigh the operation, call it obese. So he's implying that the operation is so big they call it obese, like being fat, but his name is No Malice, meaning there is no desire to harm any human, implying it's a smooth operation. I mix it like Mahomes, then I tell him go deep. I just love that line, man. So Malice mentions Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who is known for being a champion, mixing styles by scrambling and throwing deep bombs downfield. As a champion in his field, Malice plays on his stovework with his mixed narcotics material by mentioning Mahomes is biracial or mixed, as his father is black and his mother is white. That's an incredible line. The rag top drop, playing hide and go seek. The Bentley leather match the piping, that's the motif. Just to think I built a rap career off an OZ. I'm watching new dudes rap just to OD. So just to think I built a rap career off an OZ, being ounce, OZ, off crack cocaine. I'm watching new dudes rap just to OD, you know, being like overdose, which a lot of rappers have. My era sold dope, the next era used dope. Both eras were in error, but each generation grows increasingly wicked. That is such a deep bar. If I didn't give you both sides, I wouldn't be me. I was the only one to walk away and really be free. As far as I'm concerned, I really do be he. I do really be he, sorry. So he's saying if he didn't give you a duality of his lyrics, he would not be himself, and he would be lying throughout his lyrics. He was the only one who could walk away from social demand and really be free. And Malice feels like he can't be concerned with our petty actions, and he is him. He is truly unforgiving, unapologetically him. I can open up my closet with a skeleton key. So like having skeletons in your closet, but opening it with a skeleton key. Having skeletons in your closet means that something bad or embarrassing has happened that you were keeping secret. If I lie to myself, I can sell it to me. Oh my god. A common response to someone seeing through a lie would be, I'm not buying it. I see this as Malice alluding to his ability to sell product being so good that even if he lied to himself, that he himself would buy it. I done song along with rappers that I never believed. So here Malice could be taking shots at his brother's enemies on Young Money, especially Drake, who called out Pusha T for lying in his raps despite Drake frequently lying himself. Came back for the money, that's the devil in me. Had to hide it from the church, that's the Jekyll in me. So No Malice comments on why he finally came back to hip hop, and simply put, for the money. The Bible emphasizes that craving money is considered evil and greedy. For example, verse 1 from Timothy 6:10 states, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds evil. Some people eager for money have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs." And in the 1886 novel Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the titular character, Dr. Jekyll, decides to bring out his second nature, which is done by transforming himself into a nastier alter ego, Mr. Hyde, who doesn't repent for his evil doing. Malice likens Dr. Jekyll to his overall behavior, as he admits that he repents and asks God for forgiveness, but will turn around and continue to sin. That is just so much like crazy depth and meaning, and just really, really like important in just 2 lines. Malice, like on this album, has some of the best bars and verses. Just it's so crazy. I never thought twice what the pressure would be, because dude's chains just look like oppression to me. So he's observing that other rappers appear eager to prove their success and wealth by getting jewelry and chains. But he understands that the boardroom politics of the rap industry means that big figures and record contracts come at the cost of creative freedom and autonomy for the supposedly wealthy recording artists. What a great way to end such an amazing verse. Like Malice is just rapping without cursing. He has incredible bars, incredible verses, incredible flows. It just shows that he's so like gifted, and also just really a technical, skilled rapper that hasn't lost it at all. Like he's not rusty. He's just still, his pen is as sharp as ever. And then this song just closes out with the chorus once again. Such an incredible track from all those involved. Pharrell Williams on the production with the 2 different beats. Pusha T, Malice, and Tyler all doing their job. Amazing. Thanks for watching this song reaction of P.O.V. by Clipse, Pusha T, Malice, Pharrell Williams, and also featuring Tyler the Creator. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, and comment down below other artists, albums, genres, songs, and music that you'd like me to listen to, appreciate, and make videos about. Thanks for watching. See ya.